Welcome to another Superior Health Wednesday, where we explore topics, conversations, and organizations that are being helped by Superior Health Foundation. And this week, I'm not dressed for the occasion, but we're talking about all things pink and breast cancer awareness related. With us, as always, and helping lead the conversation is Jim LaJoy, Executive Director at Superior Health Foundation. It's good to have you with us again.
Good to be here, Ben.
And our special guest today is Coach Taylor Johnson with the North Dickinson Nordics volleyball team. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for being here. Jim, I'm going to kind of start with you a little bit, because this painting the peninsula pink is a tradition that you've had going on for years now. You switch between football and volleyball, and this year we're on volleyball. If you kind of give us the introduction into this initiative.
Sure, be happy to, Ben. Yeah, so Painting the Peninsula Pink is a month-long event that the Superior Health Foundation hosts every October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it's essentially a fundraiser to raise money for the Superior Health Foundation Breast Health Fund, which is a UP-wide fund that's open to both men and women across the UP to help them with out-of-pocket breast health expenses not otherwise covered by insurance. So we have helped dozens and dozens of folks over the last 9 years with this. In fact, we just wrote out 3 checks here within the last 10 days to help people. So we're pretty excited about that. And as you mentioned, we flip-flop between football and volleyball. So this year it was Taylor's lucky year where we're doing volleyball. We're excited to work with North Dickinson, and it's kind of interesting. How did we pick North Dickinson? Well, I was actually in Escanaba, and I was traveling over to Iron Mountain as part of a little golf trip. And as I'm driving through, I saw the sign for Phelps, and I got to thinking about North Dickinson and the history that it has. And right away, I'm like, man, they'd be a good volleyball partner. And the fact is, we're trying to get into all the counties in the UP. That's kind of our goal. And we had not had a match or had an event in Dickinson County. So we reached out to Taylor and the school district. They were excited to partner with us. And we are getting very excited for our big pink party next week with North Dickinson hosting Crystal Falls Forest Park in varsity girls volleyball.
That's excellent. So Coach Johnson, next thing goes over to you. Kind of give us an introduction to you, your experience with the volleyball program there, and just a little bit of how the season's going so far.
Sure. Okay. So I'm still a little bit fresh. This is my 3rd year coaching varsity volleyball. It's a great group of girls. They work really hard. We've just been having a blast this season. Right now we're doing okay. We're at about a 7-5 record. Looking forward to these last few regular season games and kind of getting into that postseason hype, I guess. We're on a roll right now, so I'm hoping to keep it going.
Okay. And who do we have coming up on the 20th, next week from today, actually?
So a week from today, we have Crystal Falls Forest Park, which is always a fun game for us. They're our rival, but it's a friendly rivalry. The gym is always full. It's always a good time, and they're strong this year. So we're hoping to really give them a run for their money.
Okay. So a full gym is always good, but having one on a night with some extra meaning for breast cancer awareness, kind of talk me through the conversations you've had leading up to this, and how you're getting ready for this game.
Sure. So the month of October for volleyball, you typically do see a lot of teams that are in their pink jerseys or they have their pink socks. It's kind of been going on. Really, I remember doing it when I played. So the girls are aware of why that's important and why we do that. But to be such a direct partner this year with somebody and to know exactly where the funds are going and that they're staying in the UP has been huge. And just the atmosphere leading up to this game, they're really excited. They love their jerseys. They're excited to do more, to be more involved.
Yeah. And in the relationship that you're building with Superior Health Foundation and supporting their breast health fund, uh, what is that like to bring attention to North Dickinson that, maybe doesn't always get the credit that you all deserve?
Right. So they like to say at North Dickinson, like small school, big results. So that's kind of what we're going for here is like, we're small, but we're mighty and we're going to get this done.
And Jim, I'm going to go back over to you just for a second. Reactions, because you've shared stories before with me, but from these schools, from the players, the coaches, the families, what are having these games? What does this do for a community?
Well, I think it's wonderful. It certainly draws attention to schools that may not necessarily get that kind of attention. But more importantly, it's drawing awareness to a fund. And what we have found over the years is that, there are so many different types of people that are affected and then touched by breast cancer in so many different ways. I think we all kind of know someone, whether it's a mother, a sister, a next door neighbor, maybe it's a colleague that has gone through breast cancer. And this really, really resonates. And what we have found over the years is that these schools feel so special to be part of a big time event like this. And, those are the things, the takeaways that myself and our team take away from this. And our special events committee, we get those thank yous, we get thank you notes. We'll have kids that'll come up to us and say, boy, thank you for thinking of us. We're really excited to be part of this, and this is wonderful. And in so doing, we draw attention to a fund that may not be known by a lot of people in the community. We try to promote this fund as much as possible, but as Taylor said, this is a UP-wide fund. The money that we raise from this stays right here. It doesn't go anywhere else. It helps with, mammograms. It helps with ultrasounds. It may help with fitted bras. It may help with travel expenses to go out of the area for a second opinion. And I think what we relish is just being able to touch people, because when you're going through an event like this, it's already tough enough mentally and all the hurdles that you have to overcome and all the treatments. And then you have these bills that are piling up at home that you have to worry about. So for us to be able to provide up to $1,000 in funding to help people with bills, I think is just phenomenal, and we're excited. And the other part too, if I could just mention quickly, Ben, is that from where I sit, I really believe in philanthropy, and I really believe that, whenever you can introduce our young folks, teenagers and young adults about philanthropy and about the importance of giving back, I think that's a win. And what we've experienced over the years is, for a lot of these kids, it may be the first time that they've ever taken part in a fundraiser. And we hope it's certainly not the last, because you'll be able to give back and help your fellow human beings, I think it's a wonderful thing. And hopefully, the kids and the administrators and the teachers in the North Dickinson School District will take that away from this year.
I hope so. And I think that, just seeing what you've done in years past, I have a feeling that will translate very, very well. Coach, I'm going to come back over to you for a second. So first serve is 7 o'clock on Thursday Central.
Yep.
Okay. So the idea and hope that I have is that one of my folks will be there, that we can provide live coverage at the game, as long as the gym doesn't provide any barriers for our live signal. So we want to be there. We want to interact and kind of show what a game looks like at North Dickinson, and on a really important night. Are there any folks that we should be paying attention to, looking for, or any people related to breast cancer, either survivors or families, that we should be aware of?
There's not anybody, excuse me, that's coming to my head right at this moment, but that's definitely something I can get back to you guys on.
Sure. I didn't know if there were any special ceremonies you were planning to have or anything like that. So just want to put that on the radar of we're hoping to be there to really get some excitement for this. And this is going to be on television tonight, so we can get awareness for that and really get a big sellout crowd, maybe more than there was. You know, you want people waiting at the door to get in, just all dressed in their pink.
Absolutely.
Um,
You know, and one of the other things that we do each year, Ben, that there's a couple of things that make it really, really special. Number one is, you know, we'll be there with our pink on. We'll have a couple of tables set up outside. We'll have bucket drawings. And, you know, we've alluded to the fact that the girls team will have pink jerseys that will be available for a silent auction for the pink jerseys. And, you know, we're excited about that as well. We'll do that right after, but the silent auction will actually kick off this Sunday at noon. And the beauty of all of this is you may have somebody in a neighboring community or an outlying community who says, you know, I really want to support this effort, but I've got a conflict. I can't get to the game. Well, here you go. The silent auction is open to the general public. So it will run from noon Sunday until about 8:30 on Thursday night. We'll have the jerseys up there. We've got some really other cool pink stuff, gift certificates, food certificates. We've got a pink tool kit with a pink tool belt that we're going to have as a silent auction. That's pretty cool. So there's really something for everyone. And also on that site, if you're not interested in bidding on a silent auction, there will be a button where if you want to give a charitable gift, whether it's $10, $15, $50, all that money will go to the Breast Health Fund. So it's a win-win really for everybody.
and that site, is that going to be a link on Superior Health Foundation's website?
Yeah, we'll have it up on our pink page, right on superiorhealthfoundation.org. Just click on Painting the Peninsula Pink, and the link to get to the silent auction site will be up on Sunday. And the beauty of it is, you know, you download the app, and you could just bid right from your phone, which is really kind of cool. And a lot of times, and I don't know what's going to happen here, but a lot of times in communities, we get grandmothers, grandfathers, sisters kind of in a bidding war for that jersey because there's pride there. They want to get that jersey. And the beauty of it is, you know, they get to keep it, which is really, really nice. And they look really sharp. Probably the best looking jersey that we've had in our tenure. They're really cool.
Coach, do you have the jerseys yet in hand?
I do. Yes,
Okay.
they're sitting in my office.
Okay. Could I ask you to send me a couple of pictures of those so we can kind of show them off a little bit?
Absolutely.
Perfect. And for the game, who are our players to watch? Who's really standing out this season that we want to highlight?
Oh man, my three captains are playing tough. Micah Lindholm, she's a 3-year starter on the varsity. She was pulled up at the end of the year, her freshman year. She's playing awesome. Aiden Horde is a strong presence at the net. She's one to watch for. And then our setter, Gabby Schultz, is playing outstanding this season. She's playing very aggressive. Really, we've got a good group out there. Lily DePote's really stepped up this season. She's a tough server, a little scary at the serving line. But we've got some good girls out there.
It sounds like it. Well, I mean, this is going to be a great night, a great game overall, but having that special meeting, it'll be, I'm excited for it. Is there anything else?
Fun.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You know, every year that we do this, you know, we do, as you know, Ben, 3 different events yearly. We do our Gale, we do our golf event, we do our pink. And this one is one that is just special. They're all good, but there's something about this one that really tugs at the heart. And I've said this a number of times before that my father, who is no longer with us, he passed away last year, but my father had breast cancer at the age of 84. and he had to have a double mastectomy. So this happens to men and women. So it's very close to my heart, and I've known other family members and friends who have gone through this. So just for us to be able to do our part, really get a community involved and get excited about taking part in an event, raising some money. And the most important part is we're gonna have some fun. That's fun too. And you know, sports is fun. And it's a relief from all the day-to-day stuff that we may be dealing with. And we're just we're excited to pull up in that parking lot on Thursday, get our stuff unloaded, and really have an awesome pig party.
Thank you so much. Coach, any final thoughts from you for today's conversation?
No, we're just really grateful to be able to do this with Superior Health Foundation, and we're very, very excited.
Excellent. Well, thank you both for sharing a few minutes with us today, helping get the word out and bring awareness. So look for the silent auction to go live this weekend. We'll make sure there's a link directing everyone to that on this article. And good luck to you next week.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ben.
We'll see you next time.
Okay.